Hi, my name is David P. Shapiro. I'm the owner and managing partner of the law office of David P. Shapiro, located in San Diego, California, where my firm helps good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime. And going back to April 26th of 2004, I would like to consider myself a good person who needed help regaining control of his future or my future when I was charged with a crime that I have said, repeatedly that I did commit. And looking back on what is now 17 years, it really seems like a lifetime ago. It's almost been half my life from when I was arrested, from when I was taken to jail, when I didn't know when I was going to get out, when I didn't know how I was going to tell this to my family, when I didn't know what effect this was going to have on my ability to get a job, whether or not I was going to be able to stay in law school, whether or not this was going to undo my hopes and dreams and everything that I had worked so hard for. Obviously, it did not. But what that experience did do, and I'm grateful for it every minute of every day, is it really drove home the point to a fraction of a degree of what most of our clients go through when they're accused of a crime, when they're formally charged with the crime, and certainly when they're arrested and in custody. And, the reason why that's significant is April 26, 2004, I was 22 years old, almost 23 years old. And I was living in a city where I did not have family, but my family was, a phone call away, and my family was a flight away, and my family was a bank wire or a mailing of a check away to help me financially, emotionally, in any way I needed. I had some background in law enforcement. I had some background with family that were prosecutors, family that were cops, family that were lawyers to help me understand. I was in law school myself. All of those things, I think, position me in a better position than so many of our clients, no matter what their socioeconomic status, no matter what their race, no matter what their ethnicity, no matter what their sex, whatever the case may be, to have that rare combination of, law enforcement background, family that will be able to help out financially and emotionally, to be able to sort of stumble into a really good lawyer who knew the system, who knew the key players, who was able to walk me through that process and calibrate my expectations, and to be able to be confident enough in his abilities to tell me, David, you have to stop. You have to take a deep breath. This is not going to be resolved in a day. This is not going to be resolved in a week. You have to trust the process. And that takes a lot. That's something that a lot of attorneys don't like to do because their clients may get upset at them. But I look back at that and I appreciate the way that I was represented, because I was able to avoid a lifelong consequence in the negative to the choices that I made to put me in that position. And that really is what fueled the why you a criminal defense attorney, right? And I think I can answer that better than most. And I think this firm, under that umbrella of why this firm was started in 2010, after being an attorney for a couple of years before then, why this firm does what it does, why this firm's mission statement is, we help good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime. In varying degrees, all of us have lived through that here. And that's why all of us are here. Rarely will you find someone come through our doors as an employee or as a team member that hasn't been touched by the criminal justice system in any way prior to working here. Because we want people to be able to relate, to be able to empathize with what you are going through if you are a loved one or facing charges. Okay? And that's really, really important, something you should look for. Now, it shouldn't be the end-all, be-all of any criminal defense law firm you're considering hiring, that they had to have been arrested. Some people look at that and say, well, I want my lawyer not to have been in the same situation I was in. But what I could tell you is that ability helps me and helps this team understand to a degree what you're feeling, why you're feeling it. And we hope that experience that we have provides our clients some comfort to be able to tell them, hey, we've been there to a degree in a similar situation. And this is what happened for us, and to be an inspiration for our clients to know that if you do what's asked of you by the attorney, by the courts, by the district attorney, moving forward, you can't undo the past, but to a degree you can certainly control your future. And you don't want to be defined by a decision or poor decisions in the past. You want to be defined by your overall body of work and what you're doing while this case is working through the criminal justice system. So if you have any questions about your case in San Diego, please feel free to give my firm a call. We reach out at 619 295 3555.